lake water. I'm going to be drinking that. Motorhome, glamping pod, log cabin. We're not about that here. We do it proper. Welcome back to the channel, and this week I am in Sutton Park in Birmingham, and this is where I intend to spend overnight doing a camp. Now I think the gate's shut and I think the park is closed at night. Now I know it's definitely closed to vehicles, so I am parked. I came in Boldmere Gate and I've parked by the model aircraft parking area. Now I'm not going to bore you with looking for somewhere to do a camp. I've already found that little spot, and with a bit of camo netting I think I'm going to be good for the night. Now I don't know much about the park in the sense of, do you have rangers going round or whatnot? I know kids get into here at night. Now again, I don't know if it's closed or whether you can walk around it at night. I do not know. I'm sure I'll find out. So what the plan is, I'm going to go and get my pack, and I want to try and keep it so it doesn't look like, I don't want the tent and everything visible. So a backpack is a backpack, you know, and there's lots of people around the park so far. They've got tables and chairs, so I could just be somebody with a day pack as far as they're concerned. I mean, it is a bit big for a day pack. However, I'm gonna go bring the pack, hide the pack. I'm gonna get my car out of here, and then I'm gonna come back, and I'm actually just gonna set my seat up in the open, enjoy a tinny in the nice weather, not even bother setting the tent up for a long time, and just look like I'm just a person in the park, just enjoying the sun. What could go wrong? So as I said, head back down, get the pack. I do want to take this opportunity. I've had a few people complain about the audio on a few of the videos. I know what the issue is now, because I've been holding the phone sort of like that rather than keep messing around with the selfie stick. Unbeknownst to me, I've actually been covering up the mic. Now you'd think that's pretty obvious, but I'm holding it in such a way that even the way I'm holding it where I didn't think it's affecting the mic, it is. So my apologies for that. So I won't be doing that anymore. When people was complaining about the audio, I thought, well, maybe it's time to use the microphone. Actually, I'm going to show you my spot. That's what I meant to do. So it is back down there, not too far away. I have actually starred it on the map, so I can guarantee to get back exactly where I find it's easy to find a spot than lose it, especially somewhere as big as this park. See, I'm already doubting now whether I've come the correct way. Lovely and shaded under these trees. Yep, we're in the right place. in here. Get the tent in there, lovely. Camo net there, camo net across here. Yeah, that'll do, mate. So we are back almost at the car park. And that's there. Just over there is where they have the model aircraft flying, and I think it's round there the helicopter flying. Okay, for starters, I've got my pack on. Now what I've done is I've got my sleeping bag inside the pack. I've got my tent strapped to the pack, but I've hid it with my fleece so it's not blatantly obvious. So if there was anyone to challenge me with a big backpack on, I could say that I've got all my stuff just to sit and have a chill out for a few hours. I don't know. Let's hope I don't get challenged by anybody. But I'm going to come back and I'm going to get the start again. I'm going to come back. I'm going to get the carrier bag with all the goodies in, and I'm going to basically hide it all, and I'm going to get rid of the motor. Okay, so I'm going to be just through there, but got a lad on an electric motorcycle. So yeah, I'm going to be through there. This obviously looks like a very busy place. Got people around, so I want to sneak in. Okay, so we're in. Okay, so like I said, the tent is hidden by my fleece. I've got the first load of stuff I need in the pack. I'm going to put that camo net over it. Possibly down in here somewhere. Okay, I know, because you know I've hidden it. That's where the pack's hidden, under the camo. So I'm going to go and get the carrier bag now with the goodies. Good news, I've got a bin for in the morning, afternoon, whatever time it happens to be. So far, so good. Nice little 20-minute walk. Do the legs a load of good, that will. Nice little stretch. Rocking the bag of swag. Glorious day. So the park is still full of people everywhere, of course it will be. It's a beautiful day. Okay, so I am back. That's not been touched. I was hoping to enjoy the sun, but the trees sort of further over the wooded area has cast a big shadow over this area. I think we've got about 50 minutes until the sun goes down. I'm tempted to grab my chair and just go over there and sit in the sun for a bit. I mean, that's what I came for, right? I can hear people all around me. Sunlight. Chair. Perfect. Now, I didn't know you're not supposed to drink beer in here. Alcohol free zone or alcohol prohibited zone. I didn't know that. I'll just have to not get caught then, won't I? Cheers. Winner. What a beautiful day. I have forgot something. My Bluetooth speaker. What an idiot. I left it on my bedside table so I wouldn't forget it, so I had to purposely see it, and I thought, you know, because I use it in the house as well. It's a good little speaker. Oh well. We will be stealthy no music, won't we? Okay, so that was very short-lived. The sun soon dipped behind them trees, so I might as well go back to where I'm going to camp, hadn't I? But anyway, very quickly, a couple of facts about Sutton Park. I've just read on Wikipedia. I'm not that clever. First of all, it's a 2,400 acre sized park. Secondly, it was a gift from Henry VIII to the people of Sutton after being requested by Bishop John Vesey, a friend of Henry VIII, for him to gift it to the people. So, and it's had park status ever since. Also, before it was a public park to the people, it started out in the 12th century as a Norman deer park. That's 3 facts. We're done with the facts now. The moon. I'll put the lights on. Can you see the midges? I mean, I think they're midges. They look like midges. They keep landing on me. It's not many of them, but is it that time of year already? Okay, so chair's packed away. Definitely sundown now. One thing is for sure, I'm getting cold. Suddenly got cold all of a sudden, hence packing the chair away. I'm going to get the old fleece on. I'm probably going to set up camp actually, and then I can chill out a bit. Shouldn't say it too loud, never know who's about. I mean, by tonight's standard, there's been people absolutely everywhere. Of course, it's a public park. I'm not moaning, but yeah. As I say, getting the fleece on, set up camp, and then I'm going to chill out again. temperatures are set to drop again. I've been coming out of work this week and about 4 in the morning, some days it's been about 2 degrees, another day it's been 4 degrees, so it's still cold. Okay, so first things first, that little opening there, we've used a little camo net just to make it look like it's no way through. I'm now the other side. I've got the phone light on. It's only when I get to here, camo net. Once again. Yeah, camo net. I'm satisfied with that. Without the lights on. There's one of the main tracks there. Now that is what I hate. Really, really annoys me. I know, I don't want this now. I've finished it. I don't want the tin. I'll just throw it on the ground like that. Yeah, so some other mug can pick it up for you. It's alright, I've got it. I'll take it home with me because you couldn't be bothered. Okay, so I was a little bit miffed about what this piece of plastic was for. And it wasn't until a YouTuber at Tamworth, aka Spenny, so I believe, pointed out to me that in the little bag with the repair kit, etc, etc, it's got what he called a skyhook, sorry, and it literally clamps onto there, and then I can put my lantern in there. So unless he had pointed that out to me, I'd have had no clue. I was going off that little tiny tab there where I can hook my little lantern in, but no, that's much better. So thank you. But it looks like you can also buy more and you can have other things hanging up. I mean, I don't know what you'd have hanging up apart from a lantern. Maybe a stake to dry age. I don't know. But yeah, that is brilliant. Thank you, Spenny. Okay, so the skyhook in action. Winner. I'm so hungry, I'm going to ravage these. I'm also really cold, so I'm probably going to get the down jacket on, but first of all, I'm going to have a little snack. Yeah, so last night I thought I'd have me 10 minutes in the bag, get warm. And we all know you don't just have 10 minutes in the bag, do you? And now it's morning. I didn't set the sleep mattress up. Here it is. All my pillows. I just fell asleep literally on the floor. Idiot. And I feel like I've actually slept on the floor as well. Uncomfortable. I literally thought, yeah, I'll have 10 minutes in the bag, get myself nice and warm. Big mistake. I might as well get up now, hadn't I? A lot of people about with dogs, can hear them everywhere. I did have a couple of Scotch eggs and a big bag of onion rings. So I didn't not have anything to eat, I just didn't eat my food as such. But it'll make a good breakfast. Hear the people. Oh. Again, I haven't just woken up. Been awake on and off for about half hour. I could have set the mattress up and had a comfortable half an hour, couldn't I? I'm actually using it as a pillow right now. But it did get real cold last night. I did want to see how obvious it was, and it's not very obvious, of course. I mean, this doesn't take you to anywhere down here, so the only way I'd be found is if somebody was actually to come through here. I'm leaving that there because the amount of people that have been walking through here, and they've also been walking across the back there with dogs. I didn't bring the other camo net. That's the net that I use to hide my stuff, but it's out of sight, so I'm taking this bottle of water. I'll make a brew when I come back. I'm annoyed that I actually fell asleep all through the night because I wanted to see what was living in here, whether it's badger set or rabbits, but I'm thinking badger. Yeah, so it's another glorious day. Oh, I'm going to lose my bottle of water. It's a beautiful place here. I mean, it's not exactly on my doorstep. It's probably about a half-hour drive from where I live. But when I used to live in Birmingham, this was just up the road to me. Literally. Probably 20 minutes in a car. And again, 20 minutes, half an hour. What's the difference between 10 minutes, eh? Idiot. Oh man, let's go and say these are model aircraft. Let's hope they're flying today. Else I'm going to be mightily disappointed, aren't I? So it would appear that I well and truly have dropped a clanger. They're not flying today. I always remembered, but then now I'm questioning my memory. I used to come and watch my friend fly his radio controlled aircraft, and I always thought it was on a Sunday morning. Now we've checked the website, it seems that the flying times have changed. Friday and Saturday 2 PM onwards. So what a fool am I. No model aircraft flying today. Just lots of dogs. I mean, if you like dogs, this is doggy paradise. Dogs in all directions. And aeroplanes, but not radio controlled ones. Hello, boy. Hello, boy. Hello, boy. You friendly? No. Cinnamon bun. Now I got lucky because this was the last one, and usually the last one in Lidl is usually quite a mess and you don't want to touch it, but that's edible. Okay, so the kitchen is currently in action. Constant people walking behind. Yep, over there. No doubt you're going to be wondering what I'm having for breakfast. So, the plan was last night to have 4 sausages for my evening meal, and then the other 4 would go for the breakfast. The same with the bacon. And to go with that, cheese and broccoli pasta sauce. And last night it was going to be macaroni and cheese, or whichever one I preferred at the time. Now I have really started to think about how much food I actually bring out with me and try to be a bit more conservative. I mean, some of the stuff I bring out with me sometimes is ridiculous. So doing what I've done there, the bacon and sausage will make 2 meals. Now, quite oftenly I'll do a tactical breakfast, or I'll have bacon, sausage and egg on a bap, a bun, a batch, a barm, a roll, whatever you want to call it, wherever in the UK you are. And I grabbed me some more of this because our little one, each time I bring it home, she just devours it. I like to put a knob of butter in the old pasta and sauce. Don't have a lot of water. I did have plans last night to go to one of the pools and go filter some water and chemically treat it to basically try it out before my trip. Yes, I've got a trip that I'm going on. Not going to say too much about it at the moment, but it's with Molly and Tim. That's all I'm saying. hear it. I certainly can. Cheese and broccoli. That's what I've gone for. And what I'll do is I'll leave that in the pot, but make sure there's still some sauce, so I can then, when the sausages and bacon are cooked, I can add them to the pot, and it will thicken as it's left to stand, of course. That won't take long. I mean, if I leave some sauce in there, I might even be able to get it back on the heat, and before I put the sausage and bacon in. I do actually think there is a park run on at the moment, because I can hear a megaphone. There's a lot of activity going on in this park. There's a lot of people walking around. Tell you what, this is a nice little shaded spot. I mean, I didn't mind being in the sun when the sun was going down yesterday, as it's cooling down, but I do like the shade when it's hot. Talking of shade, there's that old proverb, isn't there? Society grows great when old men plant trees of whose shade they will never sit in. It's very powerful, that, isn't it? It also makes you realise your time on earth is so small in the vast scheme of things. That is all we have, time. Imagine growing old thinking, oh, I'm gonna enjoy my life now I've retired, but then you drop dead at the age of 65. All that for nothing, eh? That's what I've said before. Live your life now. Live for now. There may not be a tomorrow. That smells good. A lovely cup of tea. Got the sausages on the go now. Said sausages. So my original cup that the girls got me broke, so they got me another one. The wise words of Paul: do not repeat yourself. I ignored you the first time. Very wise. And they're looking fantastic now. Get them in the pot and get the bacon in. Oh. Very simple meal in a pot. Oh, I'm going to enjoy that. I'm well hungry. I'm this see more time my dad, no, and my mum, and it's pain, no, che da Nick. You see the mum and the live in Sutton Coldfield. No. One thing you have to know is the park is actually on the flight path to Birmingham Airport. So you do hear the planes all the time, but it doesn't bother me. I used to live not far from the airport, so I used to hear planes all the time. There is one thing that really, really annoyed me. I'm going to show you. I'll also like to point out, these are my last 2 cups of tea. Let me show you what I want. That green dog poop bag, clearly got dog muck in there. And so the reason it's annoyed me is because obviously they've cleaned up after their dog. Fair enough, they put it in a dog poop bag, but then they've slung it into a bush. Now surely if you wasn't going to bother putting it in the bin, wouldn't it have been better just to let your dog just do its business on the ground? At least the poop will rot away. That bag won't. It just defies logic. I've got my limits, I'm not touching that. Normally if I find rubbish or anything where I'm camping, I will take it with me, I'll put it in the bag and I'll put it in the bin with the rest of the stuff. But there's no way I'm touching that. No. Okay, I'm sorry, I had a little bit of a rant. A quiet rant. It had to be a tactical, stealthy rant. All nicely packed away now. All I've got to do is get rid of that camo net. Make sure I've got everything. As always, leave no trace. If you brought it with you, take it away with you. Get the net down, get the pack on, and then you know the rest. We're out of town. Yeah, I'd have clearly been visible through there. People walking past. Well, that was a successful stealth camp in a beautiful little location. Yeah, so the video's not over yet. I set myself a task this week and it was to try purifying water. So I'm going to use the military, what's it called, Millbank bag. I had to think about that then, I do apologise. I'm going to use the Millbank bag and then I'm going to use some chemical purifying solution by Life Systems. I'll go around this way because my pack's going to get caught on that tree. So I will be passing a lake. If there's no more videos after this one, you know it ended badly and the lake water's killed me. I do want to have a try of it to see what it will actually taste like. Now, if I'm using lake water, and I'm sure it can only get better from that, because on my trip I'll be using water from a river. The trip that I said with Molly and Tim. Another glorious day. This bit here looks like a golf fairway, don't it? Some beautiful trees as well. And also found some other spots I could do a camp. Okay then, so the plan has changed. I did intend to source some water from the lake on the way out of Sutton Park, Boldmere Lake is it? I'm not too sure. But on the way home I've come through Tamworth and I've stopped off at Borrow Pit Lake. So I intend to try and filter some water here using the millbank bag and some water purification liquid. Let's see how this goes. Well, that's very clean. I don't mean biologically, but I mean no discoloration in that whatsoever. So I'm going to be using this Life Systems chlorine dioxide, and it comes with this little mixing, I don't know what it is, a little mixing device. You pour, for each litre you pour 12 drops of each into there, you let that sit for 10 minutes, pour it in, and then you let the stuff do its magic. So that's the solution in here. Says to wait 10 minutes and then pour it in the bottle. Okay, so we are back at home now with purified water. I am going to pour it into this glass cup. It's obviously there could still be bacteria on the top where I poured it in, so I'll pour it out. Bear with me. I can smell the chlorine because I did do the double dose. It said if the water's very suspect. Now, a lake, come on. Better than I expected. As I say, if I don't make any more videos, you'll know the water's killed me. Anyway, that's it for this week's video. Please give me a like, please subscribe, and always buy the idiot a coffee. Thanks for watching. Keep it real, as always.